13% of Americans are afraid of what?
Their own shadow. Because it'll be massive, won't it? Behind them. Jesus, what's... Oh, it's me.
Have you been to America?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it?
No.
But no, I think Americans are really afraid of...
If you can't say it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is it making love to a woman, Scott?
Yeah. Is it?
You know... I have, you know, I've been with a woman.
Yeah, well, I've done loads of blokes. Oh, hang on.
All right.
I think what you're trying to say is that 13% of Americans are afraid of Bush.
Yeah.
I think you're afraid of going for a walk. Well, they drive everywhere. The only time you see an American out of his car is he's chasing a donut going down a hill. That's
You know, this is feeling very anti-American to me, this whole part of this.
Scott,
I have
Scott.
something to say.
Scott,
Yeah.
think of it as friendly fire.
All right.
You were close with Bush, you were close with going for a walk.
Going for a walk with the president.
The answer is 13% of Americans are afraid of being alone in a forest. The other 87% are happily holed up in a log cabin with an M16 waiting for the federal government to fall. OK, only 7% of builders regularly what?
Pull the pants up.
Only 7% of builders regularly shout, "Oi, darling, I'd like to get to know you as a person."
To you. Or say, stuff me, I finished a week early, I'll give you £2 back. It's not going to happen. Is it fall off ladders? Because they're thick as shit, aren't they? Some of them. No, there should be a sign at the top of the ladder that says stop. Because
It's kind of refreshment related.
Come back from lunch.
Turn up sober.
Only 7% of builders regularly take tea breaks.
Oh,
Most prefer to add all their tea breaks together and turn up 2 weeks late. This is from a Police Review magazine survey from May 2005. 80% of British police want a what?
Slap.
I don't know. Friend? But I don't know anybody who's got a friend who's a policeman.
I've got an undercover friend. A friend who's an undercover policeman.
Who is he?
Well, he
What's
was.
What's he called?
I can't say because
No, what's he called?
He's undercover.
No, but tell us his name.
Compton.
Compton. Mr. Compton. What's it?
No,
Whereabouts
that's his first name. He's really cool as well. I shouldn't talk too much about him because
He's called Compton?
Yeah, Compton.
Because he's now kicking the telly, going, shut up. He's
really
in a
cool
crack
as
den.
well.
He's in a crack den. They're watching this, and he's going, but then they go, you're Compton.
Sorry,
What are you doing? No! No, I actually got a picture of him here. There we go.
I've suddenly remembered. I've got a relation who's a copper, but he's a mounted copper in Canada.
You mean
Oh, yes.
I think I know him.
He's a mounted. Sorry, I just got that. Sorry.
OK, 80% of British police want a what?
They want a bigger truncheon.
It's sort of, you're along the
Yeah,
right
gun.
lines. A gun?
A gun.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's a stun gun.
Is it?
Yeah. OK, 62% of British men don't know their partner's what?
A man.
Maybe they don't know their partner's eye colour. That's a hard one to remember.
I'm just trying to remember if my girlfriend's got eyes.
I'd imagine no. Pin number.
No, I'll give you a clue. Yeah, pin number, you're very close.
Partners.
Phone number. Mobile phone number.
Correct.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, 62% of British men don't know their partner's mobile telephone number. I don't need to know my girlfriend's mobile number. She rings me every 6 minutes. Yes, I still love you.
Blind.
Half of Britain's school children don't know where ham comes from. Birmingham? Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Dave, Johnny, Rob, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Snow. The worst blizzards in Scotland for 10 years or something. 5,000 houses without power, wasn't it? Glasgow airport shut. That cold. A bloke in Glasgow with a coat on. That cold. That cold. There is a serious message, because it is cold. If you know an old person lives near you, on their own, nip round, pop in, you know, use their eating. They get an allowance off the government.
Do people really talk about the snow, though?
Oh, yeah.
Ring up north. They're all talking about it up there.
Christian, have you got any idea what's going on?
I can't understand a word they're saying. Straight though.
Even me?
I just need your PIN number.
All right.
For a good cause.
Okay.
We love the snow in the north, though, don't we? Actually love the snow. As soon as it comes down, we're out there, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Come again?
We love the snow. We love the snow.
The Pope's coming.
No, we're not moving on to that until we've covered snow.
It's not snow. It's white. It's basically a hard version of rain. I only passed my test 5 months ago. I didn't know you had to take it off the windscreen. To me, it was a magical adventure into Narnia.
Let's have a look and see if snow is one of the top 5 talking points this week. Yes, it is!
Hey. So excited.
Yes, everyone's been talking about the cold weather bringing parts of the country to a standstill this week. During the cold snap, gas prices have more than doubled. On the upside, it looks like the pension crisis might be over. Sean, Christian Slater and Lauren Laverne, what have the nation been talking about?
Let's see, the Garrick Theatre, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I don't know.
I think they've been talking about the scandal of the Labour Party selling peerages for cash. Selling peerages, which is, I think, it's very strange, is that selling membership to a club which they've said they're going to disband quite soon. It seems a bit stupid. Do you want to join our club? Yeah, we are getting rid of it quite soon.
You could be Sir Christian Slater for 10 grand.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
That's all it
about
costs.
$1 million. It's about $1 million.
It's about $1 million. Oh, forget it.
Well, I thought about doing that because you could take out, you could borrow £1 million, lend it to the Labour Party at the same interest rate you're paying, right? And then you're a lord, and when the bank phone up for the money, you go, do you have any idea who you're speaking to?
£500,000 Michael Flatley paid just to be Lord of the Dance. If he'd have paid a bit more, he could have used his arms. He didn't pay enough, that's it.
Well, let's have a look and see whether Labour selling peerages is one of the top 5 stories this week. Yes, it is. Yes, Labour have been accused of selling peerages by exploiting a loophole where they accept loans instead of donations. They've been defended by a number of leading peers, Baroness Claims Direct, Sir Ocean Finance and the Earl of Cornhill. But most embarrassingly by Lord Archer. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Dave, let's have a look at a clip to illustrate your statistic.
There are many modern cults, but only transcendental meditation will teach you to fly.
It's literally doing this and getting up and doing it. An athlete would obviously be able to get further. The lighter you are to the relationship of the power in your legs, the further you will get.
Yogic flying, then. Here is your related statistic. 36% of Brits think that New Age therapies are utter nonsense. Do you think that's true or false?
I was very skeptical, and then I wasn't feeling well, and they said, try one of those organic coffee enemas. And it worked like $1 million. They threw me out of Starbucks. I can never go back.
But I went to Hong Kong and I was really ill, and I went to a traditional herbalist Chinese shop, and I went in and trying to communicate. I did that stupid thing that we do, and I went, me, sore, sore, shiver. I don't know why, shiver. You have anything for me? He went, night nurse. No.
See, I recently got attuned in Reiki.
Oh, that's channeling.
It's kind of like a healing energy that you are the channel for. And it's really weird because I think it really works.
Sorry, do you want to buy some magic beans?
You can do Reiki as well, can't you?
I used to be a hippie. I've moved on.
What's that? But she does Reiki? Do you make her?
Quite right.
What did she look like that was doing the Reiki?
What does she look like?
Yeah, it was like this gorgeous girl doing Reiki over you. Or was that... I think that makes a big difference with a man. If we were both Reiki instructors, who would make you guys feel better? Come on, shut your eyes. Come on, Howie. Shut your eyes so you won't know who does which first. Now, one of us is going on one side, one of us is going to get on the other side.
Right, you're going to what, heal me?
Which side felt better?
I think the left-hand side felt like it would be slightly more expensive. And the right-hand side felt like if you're on a budget in a hurry, why not? Which side was which?
I was the budget in a hurry, thanks.
I wish it had gone further, but you were probably thinking of the calories, weren't you? 36% of Brits think New Age therapies are utter nonsense. True or false?
36%. I'd say that's true.
I can tell you the answer is true. Yes, 36% of Brits think New Age therapies are utter nonsense. It's sad that they're so cynical, but it's probably just because their chakras are closed. Sean, Vic and Eamon, let's have a look at a clip to illustrate your statistic.
You may have met a few people who like doing this sort of thing. Nuisance, I agree, but pretty hard. You have certainly seen thousands like this. They're not a nuisance. They're a real danger. Stop it! Come here. What do you think you're up to? You've probably infected thousands of people already. What do you think this is for? Close your eyes. Now, handkerchief, sneeze. Handkerchief, sneeze. See what I mean? That's the idea.
Well, that was a public information film about sneezing etiquette. Here is your related statistic. 71% of people say that British manners are worse than they've ever been. True or false?
Piss off. I tell you what really upsets me is minicab drivers. You phone up for a minicab to come to your house and they hoot the horn outside your house. They don't come and knock. They hoot your horn. And suddenly I just feel like I'm his girlfriend or something. I imagine he's sitting there in his car like... And I'm thinking, don't toot, come and get me.
People who knock on the door once.
Yeah.
Do you think? Oh, take that. Oh, that's yeah, I can't.
Who does that?
Minicab drivers.
Do they?
If they're not just outside honking the horn, they come in and go... And you go, what is that? There's a pan falling off the shelf or something.
Joan, do you think we've got better manners than the Americans?
Oh, I think so. Once in the last 21 years, a man opened a car door for me. Once. And we were on the motorway at the time. Had it with you, bitch.
71% of people say that British manners are worse than they've ever been. Do you think that's true or false?
Is it true?
I can tell you that the answer is true. Yes, 71% of Brits think that manners have never been worse. The other day, I stood up for a pregnant woman on the bus. Well, I wasn't going to fight her sitting down. Did you know, for example, there are around 44 million bubbles in a bottle of champagne, and that statistic is brought to you by a scientist who was stood up on a date. In 2005, it was made illegal to keep goldfish in goldfish bowls in Italy. So, that's goldfish sorted. Now, organised crime. And the average woman will tell 28,000 lies in her lifetime. I don't know what my girlfriend would make of that. She's out with an old school friend tonight. Apparently, she might have to stay over. Let's get started. Dave, Johnny and Christian, and what else will the nation be talking about this week?
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. I started. And gripping stuff.
Do you know who they all are, though? I mean, I watched it
really,
last
don't
night.
care.
I'm still quite puzzled about who they are.
Yeah.
Having watched it.
It should be called I'm a Celebrity. No, honestly, I am. Yeah. I am, yeah, I've got an agent, haven't I?
Well, Jan Leeming's on. Do you know that?
No, the thing I like about Jan Leeming is that she's obviously full of a lot of the time. She lied about her task and made it out to be a lot worse than it really was. But everybody believes her because she's a newsreader. Yeah, and that is the great newsreader's luxury. You can talk total and you go, oh, all right.
I don't even know if that's true.
I was actually asked to go on.
Were you?
I get asked every year, and I'm that far away from Panto. It's scary.
Go on, would you ever think about it?
I've thought about it, but in really vicious dreams. Just turn up the first night, eat every bit of rice in the camp, stand there looking menacing, and then set your own camp up 10 yards away going, one of you will die tonight!
He's a very strange looking man. I saw a bit of it, that David Guest. He looks like a sort of Muppet with alopecia. Just, all the fur's just fallen off slowly, and it's just this weird blob thing.
It does
left
look as
under
if Paul Simon has melted.
He cries through his ears, I think.
You know, one day, all the paper mache things you made at school and discarded will rise up with him and start an army.
Well, let's have a look and see if it's there. What else have people been talking about this week?
Bond. James Bond. He's 007. And I like...
David Guest.
I just like the use of the 007 because I have a lot of trouble with O and 0.
You've missed the point. It's not 0. That's why it's O. That's why it's not just 7. It's 007.
So when you see me go, uh-oh, 7.
Are you a Daniel Craig convert?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. It's pathetic, isn't it? The way they all slagged him off beforehand and then turned around.
Great.
He's a real hunk. He emerges from the water. I can't keep up this facade any longer.
He was in the National Youth Theatre around the same time as me, I think, and he
Sorry, I thought we booked Christian Guru Murphy.
I was in the National Youth Theatre very briefly, but not as long as he was.
As a newsreader?
He used to get a lot of big parts. Most of the Bonds couldn't act, could they? I mean, but he actually can.
He's stolen a lot of your moves. There's a thing where he punches someone in the neck and it's pure Christian Guru Murphy.
If things had been different...
Classic.
I've seen the film. I was there on the night.
Oh, was it? How did you enjoy the premiere?
Lovely, yeah.
They're not that impressed, are they? You got 4 million.
I got to go to the premiere as well.
Well, who couldn't go?
No, I did go, and I found myself turning to my brother, who I brought along, and going, oh, for what are we waiting for? And he went, the Queen?
Did she come round with the ice creams?
I don't think she enjoyed it.
Does she sit with everyone, front, middle, or back? I mean, where does she choose to sit?
Front, middle, or back?
No, she's... Yeah. What the Queen does, she sits on a massive throne in front of the screen so no one can see it. She's got a big crown on, she's moving it around.
Sure, she was
playing in the... Nobody saw a thing.
Let's have a look and see if it's there. Yes, it is. The most talked about thing this week. 25% of Brits say they can't be bothered to recycle, even if it means the planet will die. True or false?
They've not specified which planet. Do you know what I mean? Like it is Jupiter, who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
The thing I can't work out what to recycle is, you know, the meat nappy. When you buy meat and it's got like a nappy underneath it. You know, when you buy meat in the supermarket, it comes in like a plastic thing, and then underneath it they put this nappy there to soak up all the blood.
Yeah. For some reason, calling that a nappy has made it disgusting. I've never given that a moment's thought before in my life, but I'm now becoming vegetarian.
It's a nappy.
A nappy for the meat.
Yes, I've got those out, and I'm thinking, what do? Obviously, I suck it right. Does it go in with paper, or do I cook it? I had that argument with the bin man. There was a bit of basil sticking out the top of the bin. He said, that's garden waste. I said, it's not, that's a garnish. It nearly came to blows.
What if you wanted to throw away a rake? A broken rake or an old wheelbarrow, or maybe some pots? Where would you throw them? Garden waste?
If I had them now, I'd throw them at you. I mean, I'm honest.
I think it's true.
True.
False.
Shut up.
But we've decided we're going to say true.
Yeah, we can say true as well.
Well, no, because you've got to say false.
Why said
serious.
Right, we'll say false.
Unanimous.
For the sake of it, yeah, we'll say false.
They'll say false. We've said true.
Well, I can tell you the answer is true.
Yes.
And the winner is the name of our finals round. Worst chat-up line.
You don't sweat much for a fat girl?
I'd like to take you out for dinner, but by the look of it, you've already had dinner.
Let's go.
Is it 08989999111? Do you get it? Because there's like those chat lines.
Do you know one of the most effective things, the way to meet women, particularly single women, if you're on your own, is to stand outside a bar, just have a look and see if there's any women, throw some confetti over yourself and walk in crying. That gets a lot of attention from women.
Oof, you're in luck. I've decided to go ugly early.
You're in luck I've decided to go ugly early is perhaps the rudest thing you could ever say to another human being.
I didn't say it. Not to you. It's not to you.
Don't.
It's not to you. No, don't. It's not. No, I won't.
I don't like
Just
it.
come here. Come here.
I don't like it, though.
No, it's. Couldn't help myself.
That's sexual harassment in the workplace.
Is it, get your coat, love, I've got a knife.
You're pretty much there with that.
Get your coat, love, you pulled.
Correct answer. Best person to have on your side in a fight.
I'd have Reese. I'd have Reese, because I'm bound to punch him first.
Fern Britton. She fights like she talks. Dirty.
I once knocked somebody out completely by accident. I'm quite soft, really. Basically, this bloke was kicking off with his girlfriend in the bar, and I was having a nosy, like you do, right, and just having a watch and see what it was about and stuff. And then he caught my eye and was like, "What are you looking at?" I was like, "Oh, you two fighting, like." And I shouldn't have said that. And,
well done.
Yeah, it's a rhetorical question, the
I realise now. And he come running at me, like really angry, like to hit me, and I just went... And he knocked himself out on my fist.
I'd love you to run into my fist.
I can't believe we've got Connie Huck on the show, and I'm getting the sexual harassment. Best person to have on your side in a fight. Used to be a footballer.
Vinnie Jones.
Correct. Yes, the best person to have on your side during a fight is Vinnie Jones. Of course, the worst thing about having Vinnie Jones on your side in a fight is that means you're in a Guy Ritchie movie. Sean, over to you. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
The impending interest rate rises, general economic gloom and doom, rising prices of food. Food's gone way up. Anyone who has their $5 a day now is just showing off. But interestingly, there's one food that hasn't gone up, tripe. It's still a very reasonable 8p a tonne.
Theo, you're a businessman, right?
Yeah.
You may understand this kind of thing. Explain to me what's going on.
Well, basically, the Chancellor got a letter from the Governor of the Bank of England to tell him we're officially. It took a letter from the Governor of the Bank of England.
You know the worst thing about the letter cost the Chancellor 25 quid. Do you own Ryman's and La Senza, isn't it? The underwear, the lingerie.
Von La Senza, yes.
I've had an idea for you. Crotchless post-it notes.
You see there's a demand, do you?
Yeah, huge.
I'm a big fan of the old sexy underwear situation.
We don't do your size.
There's loads of money-saving tips people are putting out that, you know, there's loads of different ways you can save money, and I was thinking of cut one like breakfast. You know, I know it's wrong, but steal birds' eggs for your breakfast. They're littler, but they're actually quite tasty. And I've started taking hormones, and in a few months I'll be lactating, so that's milk in the morning. Just saving, little saving. And what I do is make a great big pot of stew, really big pot of stew.
Pigeons.
Yeah. Well, why'd you say pigeons? You can't just say pigeons. You've got to have something before it and after it, Theo. You can't just go, pigeons. Is that a good idea?
Trafalgar Square.
Trafalgar Square, yeah.
Get the pigeons.
Get the pigeon, eat the pigeons.
The
They've all gone.
Who got rid of the pigeons?
Have you gone mental? Have literally gone mental.
This is serious.
I know you've got money. Have you been drinking all day? I run a lingerie shop. Pigeons. Right, let's see whether the state of the economy is one of the top 5 most talked about things. I have a feeling it will be. Yes, it is. The most talked about thing this week. Yes, this is the continuing story of economic crisis. The credit crunch is causing pensioners to be hit hardest. Well, let go of the handbag then, Nana. If you're watching, don't have nightmares. Snatch a bag. Sorry. 66% of people would rather have a robot than a pet. True or false?
I mean, I've got 2 cats. I've got 2 cats I don't like. I don't like them. I prefer dogs. What I like about dogs is every so often it just winks at you. Just, you know, just gives you a little wink. That's because they're content with life. It's sort of, they wink at you to go, it's all right, innit, life? And cats occasionally wink at you as well. They sort of go, if you don't give me food, I will chew your face off. So that's... Your mum's got loads of dogs, hasn't she?
Yeah, she does. She's got about 20. And my dad, she had this room built. It just has a chair, a TV that's on the Animal Channel, then chairs for my dad to go in there and hang out with the dogs.
Literally, you've got a doghouse for your dad.
The downside of having a robot is, of course, you're always dissatisfied with it because you always know there's a slightly improved model out there with a better voice. So
like
that's
a wife.
always going to make Because we're constantly going, oh, I want the one that doesn't go, yes, now I love you.
That sounds like me. Come here, honey, give me a kiss.
66% of people would rather have a robot than a pet, so you're saying true or false?
We're saying false.
You're saying false?
Yeah.
You're saying...
True. True.
OK, I can tell you the answer is false. Well done, you get that. Only 26% of people would rather have a robot than a pet. Just like robots, pets have got an off switch, but you can only find it with the edge of a spade. Top thing to rescue if your house is on fire.
My mum always had this fear that our house was going to burn down.
It's because you've got Ozzy Osbourne wandering around it.
So I still have this ladder. So if there was ever a fire, I could jump out my window and climb down.
You would think that with the money your parents have got, they'd put slides instead of ladders. That'd be a lot more fun, wouldn't it, for kids? Woo!
There's a fire again!
Fire, brilliant!
First thing I'd save, the recycling. Because I spent so long sorting out bottles, I'm not going to waste, like, 2 hours. I'm not going to waste that. That's coming with me.
Kelly, what would you rescue?
Probably my pictures.
I'd rescue my photographs, because if the police ever get hold of them, I'm going to jail. It's quite a practical thing.
Oh, spatula.
Keys.
Keys is exactly right.
Keys, yes, Kelly.
I'll give you that, but it is in fact car keys.
I'll take that.
Got the car keys, love? Love? You looking forward to the Bond movie?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm not a big Daniel Craig fan.
You're not?
No, I think Bonds just shouldn't be blonde.
He shouldn't be blonde?
I see Bonds as being a bit more dark-haired and a bit more rugged.
A bit more dark-haired, a bit more rugged?
Yeah.
But Daniel Craig's from Liverpool. Well, he grew up on the Wirral, didn't he? I think, and he's lost that accent. Don't you think that would make a better Bond? The name's Bond, James Bond. Fucking smear off ice, you prick.
Let's have a look and see whether the new James Bond movie is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, the new James Bond film is out this week. Every woman wants him, every man wants to be him, with his steely eyes, incredible physique, and his chiseled features. It's impossible not to look at Sean Locke and think, this guy should be Bond.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Daniel Craig got a gash on his face whilst filming. I suppose that's one of the perks of being Bond, isn't it? OK, one more thing to get. Something happening this week. Go on. Ooh.
Asthma.
Is it?
Is it the asthma? It's gone rocketed up.
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah. Halloween. Come on, say it with me.
Halloween.
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 Go on.
It's Halloween. And...
That's all you can say, really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
basically, it's happening. And all the kids come and knock on your door every 5 minutes asking for sweets, which is like a takeaway service for paedophiles. It's a bit weird.
I think what they did was they sat down with all the paedophiles and they agreed that on Halloween they'd have a kind of ceasefire. Say, OK, for one day of the year, can you stop your tampering ways? Let the kids go have a bit of fun, we can all relax.
When I was a kid with trick-or-treating, right, if someone said trick or they didn't answer the door but you knew they were in, right, you would maybe egg their house or, you know, throw a bit of toilet roll through the trees or whatever. But I read the other day that one of the tricks this year is burning people's cars. That's not a trick, that's a crime, isn't it? It's not a trick or military coup.
Let's have a look and see whether Halloween is one of the most talked about things this week.
Got away with that.
Yes, it's Halloween. What a lot of the local kids don't realise is I was planning on covering my house with toilet paper anyway, so the joke's on them. So those are the 5 most talked about things this week. In other news, they're saying the credit crunch spells a return to the 1970s. Shit, I haven't done my French homework. In sporting news, Harry Redknapp has taken over as manager of Spurs, Tony Adams has been made manager of Portsmouth, and Diego Maradona has been made manager of Nando's. American research has suggested that all Englishmen are oppressed and uptight. When I read that, I was angry and upset, but I managed to hide it. There is a stereotype that suggests the most common crime in Wales is sheep shagging. Not the case. It's actually ram raiding. Newcastle is the only major city in the UK without a red light district, and I'll tell you why. No need. And if you're watching in Norfolk, hello. I'm not being patronising, I just thought I'd show you what a normal hand looks like. Let's get started. Fingers on buzzers.
Cowell, we haven't said Cowell properly, have we?
Simon Cowell in The Greatest Britain.
Yeah.
He was voted 33 in the worst Britons, and his first 20 were serial killers.
Times have changed. You know, Britain's Got Talent is supposed to show us that any talentless dick can make it big, and he's an ambassador for that, isn't he?
Well, let's have a look and see whether Simon Cowell is one of the greatest living Britons.
No way. God, he is.
Yeah. Simon Cowell was voted the 5th greatest living Briton. Through his television work, Cowell has amassed a £200 million fortune. Throw in the profits from Leon Jackson's album, and he's never short of change either. Simon Cowell spends £500,000 every year on his own personal security. £500,000 on personal security. That is an incredible amount of money. Has Simon not considered being less of a We've got one more person to get. Fingers on buzzers. Oh, go on.
I'm going to go for the guy Banksy. Do you know the graffiti artist?
It can't be Banksy, though, can it? Because he's not British. Because Banksy, everyone knows, is Rolf Harris. It's Rolf. It's Rolf having a bit of fun.
He shouldn't be on it, because going around painting stuff on walls, some of the stuff he's done some really cruel, practical jokes. So, like on the West Bank, painting a ladder up the wall, he's taking the piss, isn't he? That's like when Terry Waite was handcuffed to a radiator, sneaking in the night and painting a little key just out of his reach.
I can tell you that Banksy was not in the top 5, but he was on the longer list. I personally prefer art that makes you think. Would a Labrador really try and bluff a Spaniel with a pair of 3s? So 66% of Londoners think their city is a good place to what?
Meet the other 34%.
You're sort of on the right lines, yeah? It's to do with meeting someone special.
A good place to fall in love.
Yeah, I'll give you that, yeah.
Get
Good.
out.
66% of Londoners think their city is a good place to find love. The last relationship I had, I ruined by blurting out, I love you, too early, which gave away the fact I was hiding behind the curtains. Most desirable place to live in the UK?
Tumtree.
Cown. I'd like to live next to a landfill site, right? Because when you finish your dinner, you can just go to your back garden and just scrape it over the fence into the landfill.
Is it Alton Towers?
That's a good
How good
answer.
would that be? Just before all the queues got there, you could go on Rita as many times. Well, that's the ride, isn't it? But, you know, all the...
I'm going to say, and this isn't because I do the adverts on television, I'm entirely impartial, but I'm going to say Wales.
No. No, it isn't.
Northampton, middle of England.
I think it's either Cheddar, Wensleydale, or Stilton. But not Leicester, don't like that. No flavour.
Is it Cornwall?
Cornwall.
Cornwall is the right answer. They got it first. Yes, the most desirable place to live in the UK is Cornwall. Getting to Cornwall is easy. Straight down the M4, then the M5, then it's the A roads, then bam! 6 hours later, you're nearly there.
I'm on the internet all the time. I tell you what I do. I shop on the internet. I buy absolutely everything on the internet.
You're not worried about fraud and all that sort of stuff?
No.
You're not worried about people nicking your identity and that?
No.
I bet your password is proper confusing, though, isn't it? You've got an amazing password that you've actually got to solve 3 sums to get the password.
I buy a ton of books from Amazon, but I actually go to the factory and I never ever use their website.
You just go to the depot in Leicester?
Yeah, and there's one in Germany. I just like to be able to browse and see them in the boxes and, you know...
It would be amazing if Amazon opened up a shop where you could browse.
Yeah. I find it weird when they do that thing where they sort of suggest other things that you might like to buy because of what you've bought previously. Like, I bought your DVD at Christmas, right? And then it said, you like Jimmy Carr's DVD, you might also like a Police Academy 5 assignment Miami Beach.
Whereas actually, you'd be more likely to like Mission to Moscow, which is the 6th in the series.
But you were great in both of those films, so...
I tell you, I bought your DVD at Christmas as well, and you, quite rightly, you know, they offer you things that you think would be associated. And there's an inflatable bondage chair that came up on mine. But
well, there must have been some other things that you bought as well. I'll tell you what you would love.
They were also offering Mein Kampf. Jimmy, you might like Mein Kampf. It's a book by a young writer called Adolf Hitler.
999. It is, the recommendations is an odd thing because it's sort of... I don't mind buying stuff on Amazon, but when the recommendations come up, I do sometimes think, is that me? I've got to change.
It would freak you out if it happened in Tesco, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? If you were, like, buying some tuna and someone went, do you like tuna? You tried it with pasta? It's well nice. Or if somebody came and bought your shopping last minute. Like, you've done all the work, bought it, and you put your bid in for your shopping, you're lining up in Tesco, and someone's gone, I think you'll find that's my shopping now.
David, do you buy anything on... You buy eBay stuff, don't you?
I recently bought on eBay a 5-foot actual-size inflatable giant penguin. And it's the first time ever in my life I have thought, wow, when my parents were my age, they had 2 kids in a house, and I have an actual-size 5-foot...
Right, let's have a look and see whether shopping is one of the top 5 uses of the internet. Yes! Shopping is, of course, one of the top 5 uses of the internet. The thing I love about internet shopping is when it gets delivered and you're not in, and you get to go and pick it up from an industrial estate 7 miles from your house. And on the way back, you have to drive past the shop you could have bought it from in the first fucking place. The worst thing about internet grocery shopping is the substitution. So if they've run out of butter, let's say, they bring you margarine. I've got a list of... these are all genuine substitutions that have happened to shoppers, OK? This is from the Guardian website, OK? Genuine substitutions. Someone bought some lychees, and they replaced them, because they didn't have any lychees, they replaced them with Dairy Lee. Near enough, fine, OK. Headache tablets. They wanted headache tablets. They got dishwasher tablets.
See, that lychees... Dairy Lee isn't a real cheese, so it is technically a lying cheese.
You can't believe you're defending them. OK, this is, I think, my favourite. There's 2 more. 12 toilet rolls replaced with a pack of nappies. I imagine when the grocery shopping arrives, oh, thank God you're here. Well... OK, this is the best thing ever, OK? They didn't have any Tampax, so they replaced them with a Twix bar. It's a genuine thing. Clearly someone in a stockroom has gone, well, that's about the... Yeah. Good luck, love.
Do you know what? When you eat them, they do feel like they expand inside you,
He's talking about tampons.
Yes! Not Twix bars, ugh!
I think social networking, although I feel like a grandad just saying that phrase, social networking.
Yeah, my granddad always used to say that.
I'll be down that pit all day. Social networking.
That's where I met your granny. you know, Bebo. Yes. I feel like an old man when I talk about MySpace. I feel like I remember when this was all MySpace and all we had was friends reunited for a fiver and we were happy. You know, it's like, have you been to MySpace lately? It's like a waste ground. It's just Tom by himself crying.
You're obsessed by Twitter. Weren't you voted the best Twitterer?
Yes.
I think you were. No, you were, because you Twitter all the time.
Well, I don't Twitter all the time, but just occasionally I'll think of an off-colour, weird remark about robots or sperm, and then I'll just Twitter it and see how many people react to it, you know, and...
But being the world's, best Twitter is like being the world's strongest dwarf, isn't it, really?
So are you a big Twitter fan then, Sean?
I just think, I don't mind people doing it, I just wish they wouldn't mention it. I wish they would just do it and keep quiet about it. So, what are you doing? Twittering. Shut up, don't want to know. I think what it is, it's basically digital shouting. That's what it is. Because if you were walking down the street, you wouldn't be walking down the street going, I'm going to the cinema. Yes, I'm going to the cinema. Going to see Avatar again. 3D, rocks. I think you're an idiot.
My issue with that, Sean, is the fact that you would clearly be brilliant on Twitter. Because that is exactly the kind of
There's
thing
someone pretending to be me on Twitter.
There is, yeah.
Someone pretending to be you on Twitter?
Yeah.
How grumpy are they?
Someone sent me something and they said, hey, do you want to stop it? I went, no, if they want to pretend they're me. I just think what a sad state their life's got into.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you could pretend to be anyone, why would you pretend to be a grumpy, middle-aged man with a hangover?
What's weird about Twitter is the way people, like before, people would spot you in, doing a bit of shopping or whatever, and then you would not know that person had spotted you doing shopping, and then you'd move on. Now, I got a message over there, took me and my wife, we went to Nando's and then went to see Avatar, right? Now,
you've lived... Show business has changed you.
Nando's
and then the movies.
Yeah,
it's one or t'other in the old days.
And then the next day, someone said, did you enjoy your chicken then? Right? That was weird, right, for one, that someone knew I'd had chicken. And then somebody went, you could have had a shave before taking your wife to the cinema. They were actually following me, not on Twitter, in real life.
I don't get that. They were following you in real life, and then they tweeted.
What? Just come over and go. You could have... They twatted me. That's right, they twatted me.
All of you, that's going to happen to all of you who Twitter. One day, your head's going to end up in a jar on someone's shelf. And I'm going to go, serves them right.
Tell you what, Sean, it's going to be your shelf. David, what are you on? Facebook or...?
I mean, I don't use... well, yeah. I mean, the main function of Facebook is to... look at pictures of your ex-girlfriend on holiday with her current boyfriend and look through 200 photographs till you find one where she's just got a slight look of regret in her eyes.
Let's see if Twitter, Facebook and social networking is one of the top uses of the internet. Of course it is. Of course. What else have people been talking about, Jason?
The unions are threatening to go on strike altogether.
So it's sort of a return to the 1970s, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. But the Chancellor says he needs to find £83 billion from somewhere, and I thought, well, has he tried cutting out some of those coupons in the magazines? They soon add up, those savings. Like 25% off Trident, stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Christian, you're a doctor, and there's loads of cuts happening in the NHS. Do you think doctors will go out on strike?
No, we've never been on strike, ever. We're on call 24 hours a day. Someone falls down in the street in front of you, you've got to be there, haven't you? You're never...
Laughing.
So...
What level of drunkenness do you get to not be a doctor anymore and go, do you know what, I've had 2 glasses of wine? Do you know exactly what that limit is? So when you get home, you go, bang, bang, right, I'm out.
I've had to do that on a plane. 8-hour flight to Kenya. I was pissed, and someone had an anaphylactic shock to a prawn. We had to put a trachea in his throat. And I was...
You did it pissed? How good a doctor
I'm
is
a bit
he?
worried now. I might...
That's incredible. But also, was there not a part of you the next time you had to do a trachea that went, do you know what, I need a glass of something to steady my hand?
What he didn't tell you was he's got 3 of them in his eye as well.
What do you do in that situation? How did you put the trachea in? What was it made of?
You literally... You know the old rumour about a biro? That's what you do. Use a biro.
Do it to Sean now.
Literally, and that's what it was like.
You just...
You whack
properly...
it in. you properly whack it in the throat. Yeah.
If you did that and then it turns out afterwards you're not a doctor, you get in trouble. You've just self-diagnosed. You've looked across at them and thinking, I reckon they need a tracheotomy. No warning. You've just gone, no! He would have died!
All right, let's have a look and see whether the general strike is one of the most talked about things. Yes, the TUC is threatening a general strike. They're threatening a return to a 3-day week, but f*** that, I'm not working another 2 days a week. Most popular topic of gossip for men.
I know what it is. What I talk about, my friends, we talk, is your moustache suitable for a christening? I think it's a little bit too curly and isn't proper for such an important occasion. I think Sir should trim it.
If you were gay, who would you sleep with?
Oh, yeah, that's good, isn't it?
That's a good one.
If I was gay and I had to sleep with a man, I'd just sleep with my first Thai bride again.
Colin.
Might as well keep it in the family.
Boobs.
Boobs?
Yeah, that's all men talk about, like breasts.
Boobs, I hadn't even noticed. Hang on, look at those.
But the one I like is, if you could only eat one meat for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a good one, yeah.
What would it be?
I'd go chicken.
Ah, you wanker! Chicken? You've just got the chicken. Beef, cow, you've got everything, haven't you? You've got all the meat, you've got the liver, and you can stew up the bones. A chicken, you get bored of that? Beef.
OK, it involves alcohol.
Is it drunken antics?
Yes, it is.
Yes!
Bruce Forsyth, Sir Brucey, he's been knighted, finally. And people are apparently excited about that.
I think it's nice, you know, he's got one now, along with, you know, his classmates, Galahad and Lancelot.
He really pisses on the term knight, doesn't he? Imagine if you were a kid and you knew about King Arthur and all that. Oh, they're still knights, Mummy. Yeah, there's one on TV now.
Do you reckon at the ceremony, Prince Philip will go, nice to see some young blood coming through?
Do you know, what's amazing about him, they said he's had 70 years in entertainment. And since the 70s, for like 45 years or something, there's been a waxwork of him in Madame Tussauds for 45 years.
Bloody hell.
And they don't change it. What they do is they hold up a recent photo and then hit it with a cricket bat.
I just hold like a patio heater up to it, so it just...
Well, let's have a look and see if it's one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Yes, Bruce Forsyth was awarded a knighthood in the Queen's birthday honours, so from now on, he'll be known as Sir Brucey instead of just Brucey. That's 9 letters instead of 6. Might not seem like much, but that's just put 50% on the price of a wreath. One thing still to get. Fingers on buzzers.
Is it the juror who was sent to jail this week for discussing the case with one of the defendants on Facebook? So the trial's still going on and she's talking to one of the defendants about her friends who are still in the courtroom. But the thing about it is, when you actually see what this woman's written, I think the thing that she should go to prison for is her appalling grammar.
Yeah. We've got some of these. We've got Don't Be a Stranger, Pal. We have Meet Up Soon. Good luck.
Well, I think it'd be good for her to go to prison, because in prison, a lot of people often learn to read and write, don't they?
In her defence, come on, listen, there's a... You know, I don't think that's a bad thing.
What?
I do text talk. You with a U rather than Y-O-U.
I'm only joking about the grammar. The main thing is that she's talking to someone during a trial.
Do text talk?
No, I write out every single word, apostrophes. I even sometimes, if I can't do an apostrophe on my phone, I put brackets, there should be an apostrophe there. But if you look at the woman as well, you think, so she is a very good argument against the death penalty. Because if you think there's people like that on juries, people who are that stupid on a jury, you know, never mind telling the difference between right and wrong, she looks like she doesn't know the difference between right and left.
Apparently that's what Wayne Rooney's going to look like when the hair's grown out.
Talking of idiocy, not realising that the Facebook is public, I real faux pas. I was travelling on the train, really annoying woman sitting opposite me, tutting everything I did. You know the type of person that can hear your pancreas secreting insulin? Like bowl haircut, middle-aged, bag full of Catherine Cookson novels. So I said, oh my God, total King Canute sitting opposite me, sneaky way of swearing. She's got a librarian's haircut and she tuts every time I move. The biatch, right? Just forgot about it. The most unlikely object comes out of her bag next. A BlackBerry, right? She's heard me say my name to my bank on the phone, got my surname, has Googled me, right? Gone onto Facebook. She's leant in and gone, now, I've just recognised who you are. And of course, egotistical comedian, we go, what, have you seen me on 8 out of 10 Cats? Did you like my Beyonce dance? What was it? She said this, I think it's very hurtful what you've just written on Facebook. Everyone on the train's like... It's very hurtful what you've just written on Facebook. I wasn't tutting every time you moved. I don't have a librarian's haircut. And this is the worst bit. The reason I'm in a bad mood is I've just visited my friend in London who is terminally ill. Listen, how I got out of it isn't even by my stuff. She's watching this, I'm toast. I said, I was like, oh my God, Totes, you've got it wrong. What I do is I put fake events on there to make myself more interesting, so my followers or... And there was little thumbs under, hey, I'm a librarian, leave it out. It was all underneath. Then I sent a couple of fake ones to make it sound believable. I've just spilled coffee on my knob, and I hadn't. About 10 minutes later, she started crying and going, I'm so sorry, I've just been under a lot of pressure lately. She apologised to me, right there. Like. An hour later, I went back onto Facebook, and underneath the thread, everyone else on the train who'd recognised who I was, opposed to, you just about got away with that, mate. Nice one. I love it. That's why I empathise with this story.
She's here tonight.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
Let's have a look and see whether this juror chatting to the defendant on Facebook is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Yes, a juror and a defendant were found guilty of contempt of court after making contact on Facebook. I'm worried I could go to prison if the police ever find out what I've been doing on my computer. Best way to make someone cry.
I've done a couple of... I like practical jokes. I've done a couple that have gone wrong and upset people. When I was 17, like, my mum's a bit OCD and would always check where I am. She phoned my mobile and my friend answered it. I'd set this up. And he answered the phone and went, hello, who is this? We found this phone in the wreckage.
Oh, Jesus.
Good joke, though, right, guys?
I thought I was bad. Sometimes I don't tell my kids how hot the food is. No, it's not hot. Eat it.
John, have you ever cried?
He's a Leeds fan.
Yes, I am. I don't cry about football, though. There's so much real tragedy in my life. I just sort of do it on my own. I just think crying's like masturbating. You've got to get it out of your system every now and again. So just every now and again, I'll just take a night off, drink 2 bottles of red wine, and just, right, let's do this. Go and stare in the mirror till it happens.
We're talking about crying or masturbation now. Stare in the mirror until it happens. Jesus, John. Get the internet. It's not that expensive. OK, best way to make someone cry.
You know when you're really hungover and then they show the snowman? That really hits you right between the eyes.
Yeah. I'll tell you a really good way to make someone cry. This is a brilliant way. Is dress up as their dead grandmother. And then you say, haven't you grown since I died? Oh, haven't you grown? Oh, come on, what's the matter? Don't cry, you used to love me. Come on, give Nana a kiss.
Do you think they're crying at the Nana thing? Or do you think they're just crying and, Sean Locke's had a breakdown, I liked him?
Did you know, for example, a survey recently revealed the average British worker spends 25 minutes on Facebook every day, and that figure rises to 4 hours if they answer the question honestly. 4 out of 10 workplace relationships result in marriage, and 6 in 10 result in a written warning about the incident in the stationery cupboard. And almost a third of men aged between 20 and 34 live at home with their parents, the most common reasons being cost, convenience, and if you're from Norfolk, sex on tap. Right, let's get started.
You do. I can't stand it. That thing you do like a little skip. You go, And then you go... What do you do this? You go... You go...
But Sean, you try it. If you walk from there to there, you've got to then turn round.
Look, you just do that.
Well, how would you do it? How would you do it? Fine, let's see.
Small card.
Not easy, Sean. Yeah, OK, all right. Sean lock, everyone. Sean lock.
You don't do this.
What is your problem? I've got a wobbly head. I've got a wobbly head.
Apart from that, I think you're great. I think you're amazing, Jimmy.
So, most annoying habit...
Nose picking.
That is the right answer. Nose picking, yeah. Yes, the most annoying habit is nose picking. I tell you, he was terrible at nose picking. Michael Jackson. He just could not make up his mind. John, Mark, example. We're going to call you Elliot or example?
Call me by my real name, just for this show.
OK, example.
Elliot.
Well, I watched X Factor this week, and it was very exciting because Cecil was off sick, so Nadia had to step in. Neville was in the bottom two because Phyllis said his song choice was all wrong. Anyway, he got saved and Humphrey's gone out. And I might have got the names wrong, but frankly, who gives a shit? Because the one I hate is Frankie Kokoza.
Oh.
They're desperate to report that he's cool in my desperate campaign against the most despicable human on earth. This week, they said, he's been out on a 12-hour bender. He went to Wetherspoons and had a few beers with his mates. Then they went to a club, he got ID'd, and they went back to a house. That's hardly like Oasis throwing a donkey through a hotel window or anything, is it? He got ID'd and he went home. That's not a bender, is it? And then he took 3 girls this week to car parks. What? He took them to NCP... Well, fair play. It's more expensive to take a girl to an NCP car park than a hotel.
I hate it. You've got to have no talent at all and go on there and they're awful.
Have you heard Frankie
Leona
Kokoza?
Lewis, no talent?
Well, she can sing, but that's about it.
Yeah, but she's a singer, so that's like the most important
I
part.
mean, I can't sing as good as her, but I've been struggling for years to get to this position, to get on this show.
Looking now, though.
It is a weird thing, though, because, like, from your world, from sort of, you know, if you're a rapper, could a rapper ever get anywhere
Well,
on
it's
X
not even
Factor?
rappers. Like, you know, anyone who started off from, like, you know, grassroots or underground, you know, like, touring for years. Like, I've done nearly 1,500 gigs and, you know, sort of, you do all these gigs. It's, you know, like stand-up comedy, you know, start off at the bottom and just build your way up, and then if you're good, you get a chance at making it if you work really hard. And these guys, seemingly, just come out of nowhere on TV for a couple of months, and then they've, you know, record contracts and...
A lot of them on X Factor go on to become household names, like Vanish. 15% of prisoners are on drugs. How do they get hold of so many drugs in prison? I guess they're smuggled in by some arsehole. Yeah, bum jokes still work, good news. The average Brit spends 121 hours sitting on the toilet every year, which is about 20 minutes a day if you can work it out, or 40 minutes a day if you can't work it out. And Mexico City is the worst place in the world to be a commuter, especially for me. I work in Shepherd's Bush. Right, well, I can't put it off any longer. Let's get started. Sean. Sean, Sarah, Georgie, anything you've been... anything caught your eye in the papers?
Well, Jimmy...
This week?
We all like to put a bit of money away for a rainy day. Don't we? But I think you're more prepared than Noah. I think you've grabbed a few headlines this week. In fact, when I heard that you were on the front page of the paper, to be honest, I was expecting a lot worse. I was expecting to see, like, one of those white police tents in the background. And had a copper holding your laptop in a see-through carrier bag. So I was quite relieved when I found out what it was really for.
On the plus side, at least you've been in a top 5 list of something.
Blimey.
Georgie Thompson?
I mean, that's got to be, you know, a positive spin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a positive spin. But thank you.
We can all now see why you work so hard. You get to keep all the money. But you've apologised, haven't you? You've apologised today.
I have apologised, Sean, and in my defence... No, I got nothing.
I just want to ask you this question, because in your apology it said, my accountant said to me, do you want to pay less tax? And it's totally legal. Can you answer, when you were having that conversation, were you on a telephone and was there thick plastic glass between the two of you? Did he have like a sort of boiler suit type uniform? And a very sort of brutal haircut? Because the best accountants, that's where they are, in jail.
It was... Your money was in Jersey. Did you just go, like, on a holiday once and think, this is lovely? Probably just going to leave some stuff here. You know, like at my boyfriend's, I've got a hairbrush. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's the case, is it? No.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You know what, though? You know what? OK, now, this is me getting political. Shit. Now, well, sort of. There's no essence. I mean, what Tony... No, it's not Tony Blair now. It's our Prime Minister.
You know what? You are near enough.
No, it's Nick Clegg, and what's his name? What's his name? He's so nondescript. Wanker. Let's call him Wanker. Okay, there you go. Now, for him to say it's immoral, I mean, I think that's a bit wrong from him, isn't it, really? I mean, you know, talking about moral...
I know. What have I ever said about David Cameron?
Exactly. And the fact is...
Literally hundreds of things every week. Absolutely fair enough.
If they hadn't made that law, you know, they made it for them originally, you see, so it's all right for them. It's just not all right for the common man. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think anyone is thinking of me as the common
man. And also, and then they're saying about, you know, you're going to take Gary's OB or MBE away, you know what I mean? I mean, at least he gives us pleasure with his song, You Make Us Laugh. What do they do when they rape us for our fucking tax? Nothing. They make us cry. Do you know what I mean?
Louis, I mean, Jimmy is funny, but 1%, fuck me.
Yeah.
You beat him down a bit, Jim. You did go, look, can't we call it 0.5?
Any political rant is weakened by not knowing the name of the Prime Minister.
Yeah, but I think Louis' political opinions are best expressed through the medium of dance.
Oh, yeah, so... here we go.
I didn't think I could feel any worse. But there it is.
I thought this week of all weeks we might get to the second round before you did a dance. I didn't think... What a pleasure it is to be sat next to the only man in Britain more flexible than your accountant, Jimmy. The fine should be, instead of financial, because most people on Twitter are just bored people who don't earn a lot of money, you should be, if you do a bad tweet, you lose characters. So like speeding, but you can only do 135 now. And then if you're really bad, right, you can't use the letter E on Twitter.
Sally Bercow tweeted, "Why is Lord McAlpine trending? Innocent face."
Yeah, the good news about it all is that Sally Bercow has been forced to close her Twitter account, which is the only good thing. I would have had her close it ages ago for doing that stupid thing where you put an asterisk and then something you're doing, and then that really pisses me off. Definitely starting the diet today. Asterisk, goes for some cake. Asterisk, oh,
Hang on, Grandad looks upset. Sean, what?
Well, I just don't know how you can be annoyed by her Twitter. What are you reading them for in the first place?
To get annoyed.
Yeah.
What else am I going to do with my day?
I was over the moon when I found out I could sue people on Twitter. Things I get called. Yesterday, someone called me the most gormless man on the planet. That's got to be worth a tenner. He can't have checked with everyone.
I've only ever done one tweet. Did one tweet, and I've got 36,000 followers, which if you worked it out on a follower per tweet ratio, I'm the most successful person ever on Twitter.
What did you tweet?
I tweeted, due to a series of imposters, I have been forced to set up a Twitter account. Now go f*** yourself.
I'd love it if you got into Twitter. Really, because there's times I think about you in the week, and I just think... I just don't know what you do. There's times I think...
What do I do?
I'd love to know what Sean's doing.
Sit in a tree and spit at pigeons. So what do you think I do, John?
That's one of the things, I just have no idea. I can't imagine you eating food.
What do you mean?
Can't imagine you going for a run or watching TV. I just imagine you in a dark room, sort of softly lit, just your face staring at yourself in a mirror. Growling.
I do stare at stuff, yeah.
28% of people think the government is hiding evidence of aliens.
You shouldn't even be saying that. For Christ's sake, Jimmy, that stuff should be kept under wraps.
Listen, the truth is out there.
Man, you can't put that out there and blow their minds.
Yeah.
They're not ready for it, Jimmy.
I can't believe you said it.
Well, for now, OK, remember, if I get assassinated... 28% of people think the government is hiding evidence of aliens. True or false? What do you think, John?
I've been saying it. I've been saying it for 10 damn years. Ain't I been saying it?
Finally, an accent that goes with that shirt.
I think if anyone is throwing insults about clothes, it shouldn't be you tonight.
Why are you wearing that? Because I thought we weren't allowed to talk about it. Because, you know, sometimes when someone's a bit weird, you can talk about it. And then when something's so weird, everyone goes, is he all right?
God, wear a waistcoat. What's the matter with that? It's nice.
It just looks ridiculous.
Back to aliens. Do you believe in aliens, Bunley?
I don't, and anyone who does is a knobhead.
Do you know something I found out? That, you know, when you buy ham in a supermarket, in a packet, there's cameras in there. You look at the ham, oh, what's the sell-by date on that? There's somebody watching you in, like, a government office somewhere. They're all just shocked. They're all going, why isn't this on the news? Because they won't let it out there. So that's the kind of games they're playing with us.
Once you know that, the aliens thing doesn't seem so weird, then.
No.
Apparently we've got a sound problem. Hang on one sec. What's the sound problem?
Well, obviously, they're trying to shut us down, aren't they? No, you're not fucking taking me!
Whose mic is it? It's Sean's mic. You're just sorting it?
Yeah. If this isn't proof of what I've been saying... yeah, let's shut Sean up.
Most people think their life would make a good musical. True or false?
Oh, I think most people's lives probably would make a good musical.
No, they wouldn't. Most people's lives are boring as shit, aren't they?
They're not, though. They're not. Maybe the individual, but families are always really interesting. There's always skeletons and scandals, and every family's got that, right?
Yeah, true. Favourite musical? Sean?
I don't really like musicals, to be honest.
Do you like anything?
I do. I like loads of things. I love rice. I like books. I like music.
What music do you like?
Well, all the good stuff.
What genre?
All the good genres.
Do you like rock music?
I like rock music, yes.
OK, well, I would like to invite you to come and see Jesus Christ Superstar next year.
Oh, thank you.
Worst thing about doing DIY?
The only tool I've got is a hammer. I do all the jobs with it.
All the jobs?
Yeah, if I'm sanding a window, with a hammer. So, you know, painting the skirting board, hammer.
Changing a fuse in the plug.
Hammer, yeah. My house is in ribbons.
Power tools really mean you can screw up big, fast. Like, with a little screwdriver, you're not really going to do much damage. You go, oh, but with, like, a power drill, you go... Wow, 30 seconds and I have ruined that whole wall.
Nail guns are fun. Ooh. Sorry.
Have you done any DIY? Would you ever do any?
No, get a man in, that's my answer to that.
See, I find a bit of DIY quite therapeutic. I enjoy it.
What was the last bit of DIY
Home
you did?
improvement. I enjoy the aesthetics, you know, but
Do you mean
I enjoy...
buying cushions? Yeah. That's not DIY. Buying cushions.
It's improving the home.
Yeah, I bought some cushions. Oh, exhausted.
I like it, personally. I don't see the problem.
What was the last thing you built? What was the last thing you...
It was a white unit from IKEA. And,
That's not do it yourself.
Yeah, but you drink your way, drink through it. That's the thing that I don't understand. Why isn't everybody drunk making things?
The worst thing about IKEA is you're not allowed to punch people in the back of the head. Why do they walk so slow? Get through!
I don't call it IKEA. I call it IKEA! And they say, can you keep it down? I say, look how big you've written it. You write it that big. That's how big I say it. IKEA!
OK, so a bad workman would blame this.
Tools.
What about them?
Lack of the right tools.
There you go, that's the right answer. She's getting the point. Yes, the worst thing about doing DIY is not having the right tools. If you're doing DIY, there's one tool you definitely don't need. Nick Knowles. I remember as a young lad my dad showing me how to use a hammer, but even then it seemed like a messy way to kill a guinea pig.
HMV have gone into liquidation. They've suddenly realised that people aren't buying videos and DVDs and CDs off them anymore, and that there's this thing called the internet where they are doing it. And so, and then they looked around and think, hey, hang on, we've got huge stores all over the world, and we aren't making any money, so let's close them all and not do it anymore because we're losing a lot of money. That's my analysis of it.
My husband loves a bargain bucket. Do you know how many copies we've got of The Grinch? He comes home and he goes, Claude, look what I found.
Another cheap bucket.
Another bucket. I've got a Guinness.
The fear is just that there'll be no shops left. You know, in a few years, there'll just be, you know, those ones that just, they're called like Value Bastard, and they just sell 20 cigarette lighters taped to a bottle of bleach from Ukraine. You know, one of those ones.
Okay, so are you going to miss it, David? I mean...
I don't really have any nostalgia for it.
But it's a record store, basically, and it's not in the high street anymore. They're going to have a lot more chairs in the Topshop change... You know that place outside where the sad boyfriends sit? Outside the changing rooms. They've got, like, 4 seats, and you sit there going... They're going to have to expand that massively, because normally you would just go, I'm just going to pop to HMV for half an hour and waste some time and buy some stuff we're never going to watch.
I go to Top Man without a girlfriend. Nobody knows. I just sit there all day. She'll never find the one she wants, lads, eh? Oh! Let's all go for a beer while she's in there. Let's all...
It's Top Shop that the girls go to. You're going to Top Man, you've said that.
Still works, doesn't it, Top Man? It's got, oh, she's in there, and they're all like, oh, tell me about her.
She's in there?
Trying on a suit. Oh. She tells me she's a woman.
I haven't checked.
Bernard told me she's a woman.
Trying to find something that does make her Adam's apple look big.
Let me tell you, I saw her going in, and you've got the Top Man. Well done.
She really struggles to find shoes.
I can't walk into... What was the other one? Top Girl.
Top Shop.
Top Shop. I can't walk into Top Shop without a girlfriend. I look like a bloody pervert, wouldn't I?
And know, you had a DVD out at Christmas, right?
Thanks, mate.
Did you go...
Still available in the shops, half price now.
Did you go... Do you think that's what...
Do you think I killed HMV?
Well, I'm just... John, yes, Stephen, what do you think people have been talking about this week?
What about old Chris Hoon?
Oh, yes.
Go on, so explain the story, John. What's the full story?
Well, 10 years ago, Chris Hoon was doing 69 in a 50, and he had 9 points. He didn't want to lose his licence, so allegedly he bullied his wife into taking the points. Then he left his wife for a woman who genuinely used to do the PR for Top of the Pops. Now, she has had a career, hasn't she? PR for Top of the Pops, Chris Hoon, and I wouldn't be surprised if she turned out to be your accountant. She has had a bad...
He's a div, though, because, you know, I mean, a whole political career down the toilet for 3 points is one thing, but he's besmirched the good name of politicians. Very, very rarely are in the news for the wrong... Occasionally you'll get the... Jeffrey Archer, I remember, you know, he was supposed to have shagged prostitutes and he lied in court. But apart from... Well, Jonathan Aitken, he lied in court. But apart from those two... Well, you had Neil Hamilton getting brown envelopes full of cash from Mohammed Al-Fayed. But apart... Well, you also had Jackie Smith and her husband putting porn movies on expenses. So, and the bloke who put his duck house on expenses. And John Major, when he did his Back to Basics thing, he was nobbing Edwina Curry. We had cash for questions, cash for honours, cash for influence, arms to Iraq. But apart from those scandals, politicians have had a very, very good name in this country.
Sean, what are the weird, strange things that people are interested in?
Oh.
What do you think?
UFOs. UFOs.
Yes.
I think he's saying UFOs.
UFO. Here we go, straight away.
You believe in UFOs, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah, I've seen them.
You've seen them? What did you see when you saw them?
Well, I see a UFO, didn't I? I don't know what it was, but it was flying about. It wasn't a helicopter, it wasn't a plane, it was a UFO.
Could it have been a kite?
Might have been a kite. I think it's ridiculous to think we're the only things out there, and it's depressing if we are, no? Do you know what I mean? We're the most intelligent things out there.
Well, not you
Not
specifically.
me specifically.
We walked into that.
If aliens do land, I'd quite like to be the person that greets them off the spaceship.
I think the chances of you being elected to that post...
Well, I'd actually make a very good ambassador for the planet, actually, Jimmy.
What would you say when you met the
Well,
alien?
for a start, I'm polite. I know. I'd lay on a buffet. And my mum's got a car, so if they need driving about, happy to do it.
You do have the look of someone who's been abducted. They usually...
Yeah.
They go for your type.
No one believes us.
Well, that's the thing I was thinking, is if you had been abducted, you can't prove it, can you?
No, I can't.
You can only say you've been abducted.
Danny, you went to America and you properly went in and saw footage of these...
I went and see a geezer called Stan Romanek.
Right.
Who's been abducted since he was a kid. I sound like such a prick talking about this now.
No, it's interesting, it's interesting stuff.
Listen, and he's been abducted since he was a kid, and he showed me some mad shit, right?
What did he show you? Because I saw the documentary.
He showed me an alien poking his head through a window.
You can't argue with that.
Honestly, I don't know what to say.
Can't. What can you say? You
It popped his little nut up over the window. Had a look at him. He screams. He showed me another one with...
Well, what was the other one?
The other one was in his kitchen. This one, it's got in. And you see its fingers come around the door frame, right long fingers.
Right.
They could come around, and then it's got a massive nut. This one, it's bigger than the other one.
Right. And then what? Did it say anything? Did it have a message?
No, it didn't say f***. Just looked at him.
Did you know, for example, 20% of Brits always reread an email before sending it? It's a good idea. Last week, I nearly sent an email saying, I is very interested in your penis enlargement system. I is. Cringe. 10% of Brits ignore medical symptoms, which is fine. Don't worry about those shooting pains in your chest. That's just your body's way of telling you you need another steak bake. And 48% of women believe stress makes them unattractive. What you've done there, ladies, is confuse the word stress with jeggings. Right, let's get started. John's team, what do you think the nation will be talking about this week?
Alex Salmond has launched his manifesto for how Scotland will cope after independence. And I can speak with some authority on this because I own a Proclaimers album and have seen Trainspotting. So, do you need any facts on Scotland? Have you been to Scotland? Do you like it?
I've been to Edinburgh. It was fun. I didn't understand anything, but it was nice. And people were like, "Oh, you must have haggis. You must have haggis." It's crazy. It's not crazy. It's just unnecessary. I'm confused by the whole Scottish thing, though, because the world is. We don't understand. So Britain, because Britain is not a country, but then you guys have a national anthem that you sing as Britain, and then you get medals as Britain in the Olympics, but then you're not a country, which is cheating, technically. This is just me asking on behalf of the world. We want to know how it works. Because we didn't know that Scotland wasn't a part of it because they use...
They are, but they're going to leave. Or they might.
To go where? They can't go anywhere. Where are they going to go? I don't understand this. This is confusing.
No, well, I'll tell you what's happened. So Alex Salmond, the First Minister of Scotland, has outlined the SNP's blueprint for Scottish independence ahead of next September's referendum. Some of the white paper key pledges, I'll just give you the key things. I'd say the Queen will remain head of state, Trident nuclear weapons will have to go, popular BBC programmes will stay, but they'll only air on a newly formed Scottish broadcasting service. Sean, do you think we'd be better off without Scotland?
I think it's inevitable. If I was Scottish, I'd vote for independence. I would, immediately. Because you think
you can't vote immediately, it's not for another 10 months. So that would be a waste of vote.
Sorry. I mean, what I'd do, if I was Scottish, I'd turn it into a tax haven.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Not everyone in Scotland is for independence. Take a look at some Glasgow Rangers fans and what they think about it.
Alex Salmond is a twat, is a twat. Alex Salmond is a twat, is a twat.
Why is he a twat?
Because he wants to break up the union. And he shags grannies. He's a granny shagger.
Let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes! Alex Salmond has unveiled the SNP's plans for Scottish independence. Following independence, the BBC would be replaced by the Scottish Broadcasting Service, leading to new Scottish programmes such as No Cash in the Attic, Doctor Who You Looking At, Dragon's Crack Den, Q Ockeye, and Skagpuss. Did you know, for example, 55% of people think being associated with charity work makes you seem more attractive, which explains why Pudsey Bear gets all that poontang. The oldest paper boy in Britain is Bernard Davies from Brighton. He's 90 years old. Sorry, we just had an update. The oldest paper boy in Britain is Gavin Henderson from Sunderland. He's 12. Right, let's get started. The nation have been talking about over the last week?
Olympics, innit? The winter ones?
The winter ones, yeah. Yeah, if you like things sliding down a hill, you are in luck.
I saw a sport where they ski for a bit, lie down, shoot, out of a gun, out of a backpack, put it back on and then ski off again.
That's the opening of a Bond film you were watching.
Well, how's that a sport? And where'd you get the equipment? I've not seen any of that in JD Sports.
Someone's got a banana over there.
There is a banana over there. We've got to see the banana.
Can you peel? Did you say you could peel a banana with your feet?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, come on, we've got to see
that. We've got to see that.
Throw him in the banana, just throw it in. Oh, that would have been spectacular.
I need to be sitting down, really.
You need to...
Well, can't sit down here on the front.
Oh,
You'll sit on the front there like a little monkey boy.
I'm not a performing monkey.
You're not a performing... When you say you're not a performing monkey, sit down and peel that banana. If this isn't entertainment, I don't know what is. This is... Are you supple enough to eat this without using your hands?
Jim, do you want some banana, mate?
Yeah, no, lovely, yeah. How weird's this getting? Happy Henning's 40th birthday today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Henning, we've organised, Henning, because it's your birthday and you've chosen to spend it with us, we've organised a little party, well, not a party, but sort of a rally for you. Henning Vane, everyone, happy birthday. Look at that.
I can't bloody lift mine up, can I?
You can't. Oh, no, you can't.
Get a straw, will you?
Can we get a straw for... Get a straw for Alex?
Or a spoon or something?
I'm just messing with you.
Thank you.
It's a miracle.
Why do you have these big cups? I find it odd enough to look masculine in a pub without someone have to drink like a frigging beaker.
I think you should down it, John. Why don't you try and down it?
Because I will die.
Let's down it.
Come on, John.
Go on, John.
Man
Just-
up. Come on, John. I'll be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, you started that fast clap way too soon. I would say you were a quarter of an hour early on your cue there for when to go with it. Oh, he's nearly done it.
There's always editing. We can cut out the bit.
Oh, that's true. Start again.
But keep it nice and slow.
Have a little break.
Have a little break. A lot of young people watch this show. Drink responsibly, honestly. OK, come on. This will be the best thing he's ever done. Come on.
Does this show still go out
No.
on telly?
No. You can't look in yet. Oh, my God, no, Sean. You don't want to ruin it.
Oh, sorry.
It's an incredible game. OK, John and Sean, this is a bluffing game. John, in front of you, there is a red box. Sean, in front of you, there is a gold box. There's a carrot in one of these boxes. I know, it's exciting stuff. The aim of the game is to end up with the carrot. It's a game of bluff.
When do we do the conundrum?
Sean, stand still. Let's try and... John, you want a carrot. Sean, you want a carrot. But there is only one carrot. Let's play. Shh. It's incredible. Shush. It's a brilliant game. Shush.
Stupid.
Stop ruining Christmas.
You told me.
Why are you ruining Christmas?
I'm not ruining Christmas.
Well, you are.
This is ruining Christmas.
Look at his little face. He's excited about playing. You've got to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, I can't wait to win this carrot.
OK, let's play. Carrot in a box. OK, Sean, you can look inside your box. John, you cannot look inside your box. OK, you want the carrot, Sean. No, don't put no hands in the box. You can look inside the box. Have you looked? Have you seen?
Yeah.
OK, you now have to convince John to swap his box if you think he has the carrot, or keep your box. It's a game of bluff. The winner is the one with the carrot.
Oh, I'll keep this.
It's got carrot there.
OK.
It's a stupid game.
OK, you have a choice. Do you want to...
Do you want to swap or not? I mean, he seems confident there's a carrot in there. He's seen the floor in this game.
Jimmy's ploughing on.
What do you mean Jimmy's ploughing on? It's my job. Is Sean bluffing? Does he have a carrot in his box?
It's a real quandary for me, Jimmy, this.
Well, he can choose another box.
Yeah, he's allowed to swap if he wants to swap.
Why can't I just keep my box?
No, he can swap if he wants to swap.
I can refuse to swap it.
No.
You can't make somebody swap something if they want to swap it.
Have you never played carrot in a box before? Have you never seen the show?
I must have been on holiday. I must have been on holiday that week it was allowed out.
Do you want to keep your box or swap your box?
I can keep this or I can have the box that's definitely got a carrot in it.
Yes.
I want Sean's box.
OK, we'll grab Sean's box. Sean, let go of the box.
Mate.
It's the nature of the game. It's the nature of the game.
Can I just say at this point, if there's no carrot in that box, you are a genius.
Well, let's swap boxes. Swap boxes.
But am I allowed...
Swap the boxes. Swap.
Am I allowed to have my box back? Is there another round where I get to have the box with the carrot in back?
I'm going to level with you, fellas. We've never played this game before. We do not know how it ends. OK, so, John, you're now allowed to look in your box.
Right.
And I believe you can reveal... Point it the other way. Does it contain a carrot or not?
No fucking carrot.
You are the winner. Congratulations.
Very good, very good.
That was carrot in the box, everyone. I'm going to go and sit down now and think about what we've done.
Did you know, for example, 77% of men get down on one knee when they propose? It's a meaningless tradition, but some people still like marriage. 1 in 3 horses in the UK are lame. So you might think horses are cool, but actually a third of them pretty lame. And 17% of adults don't class sexting as cheating. I love sexting. Nothing turns me on more than reading the phrase, "who dis?" Right, let's get started. Rob, what do you think the nation should be talking about?
Yeah, I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here jungle show's back now, isn't it?
No, you used to work out there. You used to do the... What was the show on after?
Yeah, so I used to do the spin-off show, and we talk about us in jungle. But I did that for 3 years. I miss it. So I really miss it. Sometimes I just go to Rainforest Cafe for a sit-down.
Rob, did you know I was there?
Yeah, I was there when you were there.
Yes, respect what you saying.
Yeah, what I liked about when you was there, Joey's got... I mean, I'm not going to have a go at your teeth because I can't really, you know... But when you was on it, when you used to brush your teeth, and I don't know if you still do this, this made me laugh so much. He doesn't move the toothbrush, you just shake your head.
It's so rude. Mate, I still do it.
So how do you brush your teeth?
Every single day, like that.
Yeah, but Joey, when you brush your head, you just keep the comb still and just move your head.
I'm almost afraid to ask this, but how do you wipe your arse?
Completely normal. Yeah, that is weird.
You know, crocodile vagina's on the menu this time.
Crocodile vagina?
They've got crocodile vagina in
Apparently.
again. With Katie Hopkins going back in.
That is an insult to crocodiles.
Well, what's weird is they always do something... It's always something random, like a camel's toe or a crocodile vagina or something off a kangaroo. I feel like there must be like sort of like some support centre for all these animals.
Yeah, what happens to them
This is
after?
the crocodiles. They ate my vagina. I lost my toe. And that kangaroo crying in the corner, going, Christopher Biggins ate my arsehole.
Not the first person to say that, I shouldn't wonder. Sheen, were you a fan of the show?
I saw the one where, what's her name, Gillian, is it Gillian McKeith? Is that how you say her name?
Gillian McKeith.
Yeah, Gillian, you say whatever. And she fainted because she wanted to do a challenge. I've once done that. In an old job, I was really hungover and I went into a biscuit cupboard in the morning and I went to go for a sleep. And my boss came in and found me and I went, oh, I must have fainted. And she went, halfway through a Kit Kat.
What did you think of Scarlett Moffat as well? Because she ultimately won.
I liked the fact that she looked so beautiful afterwards, like she had no makeup on and stuff. And it did remind me, the amount
the amount of effort we put in, you'll never actually know. You're curling your eyelashes, you're dyeing your skin, you're plumping up your boobs, you're pulling on your Spanx.
Yes, we are.
You're getting at the hair, you're doing the hair here. You're going downstairs, hacking away, trying to get rid of it so someone can get their head in there. You're doing all this stuff. Then you come downstairs and you go, well, how do I look? And he's like, well, you always look beautiful to me. And you're like, fuck you!
In honour of Independence Day, this week it's our panelist's job to guess the top 3 things America has given the world. Rob Steen, what do you think America's given the world?
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood films. It seems quite stressful, like, Hollywood and, like, the Oscars and all things like that. It's all about, like, what party you get invited to and all that. There's, like, the Elton John party and all that. But I'm worried I'll get there and just end up at, like, Rupert Grint's house with a warm Peroni.
I snuck into an Emmys party this year and I literally stood behind a man and pretended I was a ghost. I just went, oh, like this and just got in. And all of a sudden I was in the party and like Cuba Gooding Jr. was over in the corner dancing and I was like, hey, I'm too nervous. And then I saw my friend and I was like, oh my God, finally someone I know. And I went over and as I was about to put my hand on his shoulder, I realised it was John Travolta, not my friend. And I was like, ah!
Who's got a mate that looks like John Travolta? He's got about 4 different faces.
Heidi, you've been a Hollywood actress. How was it?
It's random, it's fun, it's scary. I mean, I think LA's a really weird cesspool of just desire and ambition. You could be talking to someone at a party and you could be like mid-flow on something, let's say, very traumatic that's happened to you, and they'll be looking past, go, oh my God, it's Johnny Depp. And they just walk right off.
Now, obviously, I've never been in a Hollywood movie. Jordan, you were in Rogue One, the last Star Wars film.
Were you, Jordan?
I'm a mammal, so I blink, so I missed it.
So I didn't tell any of my friends, basically, that I got this part because I didn't understand what had happened. Like, as baffled as they were to see me in the film is how I felt on set constantly. I thought they'd made a mistake, basically, for the first 3 days I'd filmed. They just put me in it. Like, they showed a show reel to these casting directors, and I was on a Monday, I was in Kensal Rise, and on Friday I was in another galaxy, basically.
Speaking of the Star Wars franchise, I am a child of that. I was born in '79. My middle name is Leia because my dad is that much of a nerd. Oh. Yes, my brother's name is Lando, like Lando Calrissian.
Well, Will Smith, he turned down doing The Matrix to do Wild Wild West.
Yeah, but what a tune.
I was in a school play and my part was to do in Ireland.
Oh, do it.
Wait, my part was to do the Wild Wild. Well, I think I know every second chorus because there was another girl with a hat as well, and we had to go, a wicked, wicked, wild, a wicked, wicked, wild, wild west, Skim West, Desperado, Rough Rider.
No, you don't want none of it.
None of this. Six gun assist, brother running this, Buffalo Soldier.
Like I told you.
What just happened?
Oh my God. Oi, that is actually a classic Cisco.
OK, let's see if Hollywood movies are up there. Yes, Hollywood movies! Hollywood's a dream factory where anyone can be whatever they want to be, with the one exception of openly gay leading men. OK, Aisling's team, what else has America given the world?
I would think, and there's something close to my heart, hip and hop.
The hip and the hop.
I love that it's called hip-hop music because it's, you know, associated with, like, urban and cool, but it's called hip-hop, which, I mean, it may as well be called, like, skippity jump. Even if you listen to the names of rappers, it's like Lil Wayne and Snoop Dogg and Fat Man Scoop and the Ice Cream Parlor.
And Ghostface Killer.
Yeah, more of them should be called, like, Ghostface Killer or Mountain Gun Rock or something.
There's a rapper called Gunplay and another one called Uncle Murder.
I really like N-Power and T-Mobile. They're my favourite songs.
How did you come up with the name Rizzle Kicks?
When I was younger, and I was 11, there was a crew at my school called the Green Rizzler Crew. So a kid decided to call me Green Rizzler, and I was like, why are you calling me that? And he was like, you're in the crew. I was like, I'm not in the crew. But it happened so often that I end up getting called Rizzler by the age of 12. Then Rizzle and added Kicks because...
I was in a crew.
What crew were you in?
Baseline Vandals.
You make music?
Yeah. No, we just had a crew. We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Ida, do you listen to hip-hop? Do you know any hip-hop artists?
I love hip-hop.
Who do you know?
Robbie Williams is a hip-hop artist.
Reeboks, anyone?
Reeboks, anyone? Yes,
If that isn't rap, I don't know what is.
She doesn't know what rap is. Go on, what's...
No, in high school, that was, you know, it was like Tupac, Biggie. But now when I sing songs, Rob always laughs at me because I am totally guilty of singing the words to songs that are incorrect.
Well, your other half, Robbie Williams, is slightly guilty of that as well, because when he forgets the words, he just points to the mic at the audience.
He just does that.
He's forever forgetting them. He doesn't even know Angels yet. Bloody learn it! Bloody learn it!
I love that, though. I love how music can bring people together. My favourite music that brings people together is the music during the darts. I've never seen men work as one more than...
Desiree, are you a hip-hop fan?
I'm so afraid to be like, a little bit, because I know I'm gonna lose my black card at the next meeting if I don't say I know, like, every hip-hop album. I'm a fan of stuff that I grew up with, but then at a certain point, it turned, like, stabby, shooty, you know, bitches and hosey, and then I was like, I'm a teenager. I have feminist politics now.
I'm really jealous of rappers.
Well, how so?
They always look so comfy. They're always in that tracksuit, and I just think they're dressed like me on a Sunday night. If I just start turning up to this in a tracksuit, I feel like I'm on the dole.
Jordan's in dungarees today, so...
You look like a really cool painter and decorator.
I did it, it just came straight from the job, yeah.
You're like the apprentice that you go, he ain't gonna last.
Jordan, how do you set yourself up before going on stage?
I normally just have a cup of tea, really, and just...
That's what my painter and decorator does as well. He gets...
Do you know what I mean?
Finished.
Do you and Kix do any, like,
Sorry, did you say
you and Kix?
Yeah,
Your Rizzle, is your friend not Kix?
No, it's not. Just carry on.
Do you ever do, like, vocal warm-ups, like an actor, you go, blah, 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 red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry. Do you ever do that before going on stage?
No.
Before you go...
I've got a quick question, Jordan, about your job. Do you use normal masking tape for a skirting? Special one.
I love it.
Well, I can tell you that hip-hop is not one of the top things America has given the world, but I often listen to hip-hop in the car. I do quite a lot of driving because of my job and also because I got hoes in different area codes. Carrot in a box.
Let's do it.
The rules of Carrot in a Box are simple. You both have a box, but only one of the boxes has a carrot in it. The aim of the game is to end up with a carrot. It's a game of bluff. OK, Catherine? Yeah. In a moment, I'll ask you to look in your box. If you don't have the carrot, then you have to bluff Gemma into her giving you her box. But ultimately, it's Gemma's choice whether she keeps her box or swaps it with your box.
OK.
So, Catherine, look in your box.
Yep.
OK, Catherine, you want a carrot. Gemma, you want a carrot. Let's play. Carrot in a box.
I can confirm, Gemma. There is a carrot in my box.
Right, I know a blag when I see one. I used to be a car dealer. There's a carrot in that box.
Yes, there is a carrot in the box.
Yeah, there is. There is a carrot in the box.
You're right.
I know that there's a carrot in that box by the first bit of conversation you did.
I told you there's a carrot in the box, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he was saying that to blag me. I could be wrong, but I do think there's a carrot in that box.
Would you lie to GC?
No, I wouldn't.
But you want the carrot.
Listen, babes, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie, literally a carrot in my fanny and the box.
I think there is, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, never been surer.
You've never been surer?
I thought the aim of this game was to tell if there's a carrot in the box.
Yes.
Right.
That is the aim of the
I
game.
think there's a carrot in that box. Can we lift the lid and can I sit back down, honey? Please. Just this game thing excites me out. No? Yeah. I do think there's a carrot in that box.
I'm sorry, and your complaint is you've been standing up for too long. Fucking hell, GC.
Put me out of my misery. Open that box and let me sit back down, please, next to Robbie.
To be fair to Gemma, she's got a long journey home. She'd give her cab driver free addresses.
Gemma, it's your decision. Do you want to swap with Catherine's box or do you want to keep your own?
Swap the box, the carrot's mine.
OK, all right. Is there a carrot in that box?
Yeah! Well done, Gemma.
That means the winner of carrot box is Gemma!
See?
She won a carrot.
It was the star poetry. You're good.
Oh, my God. Put it up again. It's the same colour, isn't it?
Listen, I'm too clued up.
I'm not. I could learn a lot from you. People lie to me all the time, and I don't know until I'm pregnant.
Right, time for a quick bonus round. As Liam's here, we're going to have a cake decorating challenge. Rob, Aisling, to the cake decorating station. Now, your task is simple. Use the ingredients in front of you to create a cake that's a self-portrait.
Rob, you can definitely do a self-portrait. The shape and colour's exactly the same already.
OK. Here's what you're aiming for. This is a self-portrait I iced earlier.
Is that not just one of your spare faces, Jimmy?
And to make things more interesting, I will be electrocuting you as you ice the cakes.
Oh,
okay?
shit!
OK, so Liam and I will be judging at the end of this, as fairly as we can. You're up against the clock on this, so start decorating now.
OK.
Come on, Rob!
That's so anxious.
This is very therapeutic. Oh, my bloody...
It's so horrible.
Lads. I'm...
I'm two more away from emptying my bowels.
Oh, my God.
I thought that might help.
I'm going to Radcliffe down my leg in a minute.
Oh, Jesus, shit! Jimmy, now, you little whore. Oh, my God!
This is the most Irish I've ever seen.
Oh. OK, 10 seconds to go, 10 seconds.
Can I take some of your bits?
We need more marshmallows for Rob's teeth.
OK.
Oh. Mine is actually looking brilliant. Ah, you little shit!
Let's take a look at your cakes.
So therapeutic.
You all right?
I don't know. I think I'm like, thank Jesus.
I would say, actually, that was maybe the best swearing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So, Rob, take us through your cake. Just turn it round there. OK, perfect. And let's take a look at Aisling's.
This is...
Aisling, can I ask, were you in the Mighty Boosh at some stage? Rob, could you hold that up against Aisling's face so we can see? I mean, it's pretty much identical.
Thank you.
OK, so, Liam, whose is the best?
Liam?
Yeah?
OK, so whose cake is the best?
Aisling?
Yes! Yes!
How's that lost?
Your little face.
Oh, it's all right. It stayed intact.
Oh.